This is the homework for 781, 82, 83, and 85. In 781, Aja and Emily were riding their skateboards. They knew they could ride 3 miles in 20 minutes. So we're setting it up as a proportion, miles to minutes. And it's very important that you use labeling because that helps you organize your work. So how far can the girls ride in 45 minutes? So if they can do 3 miles in 20 minutes, how many miles? We don't know, so we give it a variable, x, in 45 minutes. So now we cross multiply. 20 multiplied by x equals 20x. 3 multiplied by 45 is 135. Inverse property of multiplication is division, so we divide both sides by 20. We create the giant 1. 1 multiplied by x is x. That's the identity property of multiplication. What you do to one side, you do to the other. 135 divided by 20. X equals 6 7/75. So the girls can ride 6 7/75 miles in 45 minutes. In problem 782, Joe is downloading songs from the internet. He can download them at a rate of 8 songs for every 10 minutes. And just like the previous problem, you want to label so you can set up your problem. So songs, number of songs per number of minutes. So dependent over the independent. And Jasmine can download at a rate of 12 songs for every 15 minutes. And you have to determine who is downloading songs faster. Well, 8/10 simplifies to 4/5. They're both divisible by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And 12/15, these are both divisible by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Well, if you see, they both simplify to 4/5. So both of them are downloading songs at the same rate. They have the same rate of change. 4 songs per 5 minutes. 4 songs per 5 minutes. In problem 785, you need to graph the line that goes through the points -6, 3 and -3, -1. So for the first point, -6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, +3, 1, 2, 3. There's one lattice point. And the second would be -3, -1, -2, -3, -1. Now we connect these 2 points, and now we need to find the slope of this line. Well, we can go from one lattice point to the other. And lattice points are where the line intersects the grid lines. So it intersects here, it intersects here. We also see a point of intersection here. So I could use these 2 points, or the ones that we had plotted. So I'm going to use these 2. And remember, the slope is rise over run. So we're going to rise 1, 2, 3, 4, so +4, and run -3, 1, 2, 3. So, and remember, you know it's going to be a negative slope because the line is sloping towards the negative x values. Think of it as a tree. It's falling towards the negatives. If it was falling towards the right, the positives, it would be a positive slope. So you should identify which way the line is sloping, so that way you know, oh, it's going to be a negative. If you get a positive for some reason, you know that you did something wrong because the line is sloping in a negative direction. So slope is negative 4/3. The y-intercept is where your line crosses the y-axis. And it crosses, and I highlighted the y-axis, and it crosses at -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So our y-intercept is -5, and the coordinates would be 0, -5. 0 on the x, -5 on the y. In part C, you need to find the equation of the line. Well, the equation of the line is in y equals mx plus b form. The m is the slope, -4/3, plus the y-intercept, which is -5. So the slope of the line, -4/3 x, and the y-intercept, -5. So y equals -4/3 x minus 5.